guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Tonight we are bedazzling birthday cards and Father's Day cards. I like to get the Moonpig cards with the pictures on there, and normally I would do the little QR code inside. There's usually a little QR code here and you can make like a little video. For birthdays I would usually get all the family members and friends to make a little hello happy birthday video. But this time I didn't have the patience, the vernacular, the brain capacity to do that, so I'm going to bedazzle them, and that shows a different sort of effort. So the first one I'm going to do is for my auntie. Happy birthday, auntie. Oh, this is a little bit of a change of scenery today. I am in my granddad's living room, as you can tell by the geriatric sofa and the decor. This lamp was actually given to me by an ex, and he called me an ungrateful bastard because it was broke when I opened it. And I wasn't saying it was broke to be ungrateful, I was saying it was broke because I thought he might have been able to get a bit of a refund or get a new one. Anyway, I used to have some champagne coloured rhinestones, gems, whatever you want to call them, but I used them all, so I just have these colours. I also didn't have the patience or the time, effort, brain capacity to go and get new ones, so this is what we've got, and this is what we're going to work with today. So I like to use tacky glue. It dries really quick and it dries nice and clear, so you haven't got like a cloudy vibe, and it doesn't make too much mess on the card. So what we do is, this is probably a bit of an awkward setup, but I'm trying my best here. We put the glue on a piece of paper or something. Oh, she's farting today. And then take a paintbrush or something with kind of a rounded edge. These are just cheap ones, so it's kind of a rough edge. We'll use this wooden one, it's got a nice rounded edge. And we choose which gems we want to use. I'm thinking we've got like pink and green on here. Maybe do some red ones to kind of like, I don't know, actually, purple, some purple ones. Yeah, we'll do purple. We pour some of the rhinestones out onto the paper and try and make it so that they're all spread out, and then we dip the end of the paintbrush or whatever. This is a little bit like white and clear in some parts, it needs a little mix. Take the excess off, we dip the end of this into the glue, and then we put it where we want it on the card, and then we use the glue that's left over on the end of the thing to pick it up and plop it down. And you might think bedazzling things would take like a long time. Before I started bedazzling, my cousin got me into this. I thought, God, that must have taken like so much patience to get the gems where you want them to go and stuff, but it's actually not that hard. So there's 3 already in the space of like 10 seconds. So we're just going to continue that. We might change up the colour at some point. Just these little patterny circles, I'm just going to put a few. Actually, I don't like that on there. I wanted to talk today about how trauma sort of makes us who we are in later life, how it like manifests and stuff, because I went through, I think, 4 months of counselling last year, and I learned a lot about myself. And the main thing I learned really was listen to yourself, because I feel like growing up. Let me get better positioned here. I feel like growing up, I was never sort of. I mean, I had health anxiety, and I used to tell people, like, this is wrong with me, and I'd either just get like, shut up, I haven't got time for this, there's nothing wrong with you, or I would have like different members of my family just saying like, well, one of them in particular, I'm not going to name names, one of them in particular, like if, say I'd hurt my hand in the garden or something like that, or I'd like knocked my knee, I'd come in and say to him like, oh, my knee hurts or whatever, and he would sit there and be like, we need to get to the hospital as soon as possible, or it's going to spread through your whole body and you're going to be riddled with it. And okay, fair enough, a joke, like for a few seconds while I'm stood there panicking in front of you, but he used to keep it going for literally like half an hour, to the point where I was absolutely beside myself, thinking if I don't get to the hospital now, like I'm going to be dead. Some of the times he would just sit there and pretend to fall asleep on the sofa, so I'd be like panicking and screaming, thinking it's all coming to an end if I don't get to the hospital, and he's asleep on the sofa, and I'd be trying to wake him up and he wouldn't wake up. That's obviously a big contributor to my health anxiety. That's kind of what started off, I think. And I can sort of cope with my health anxiety now, but when I was like 18, I think, that's when I had my first really, really, really big panic attack, to the point where I thought I was having a heart attack, and I had to get my dad to rush me through to the hospital. And I got there and I was like, I'm dying, I'm having a heart attack, I can't breathe, I can't feel my body. And they were like, it's just a panic attack. And I'll never forget how scary it was. And I think it was because I'd put on quite a bit of weight. At the time, I think I was about 19 stone at this time. And someone in my family had said, like, if you don't lose some weight, you're going to have a heart attack. So I got really fixated on like feeling my chest and feeling my heart beating, and sort of like monitoring it all the time. And it got to the point where I couldn't not feel my heart. Like, I wouldn't even have to be touching it, I could just feel it beating in my chest all the time. And especially when I was like trying to go to sleep on a night, it would just feel like it was going to burst out my chest, because I was just that fixated on it. And I went to the hospital for like an appointment about it, and I was like, I can feel my heart beating in my chest 24 hours a day, and I can't not feel it, and I can't focus on anything else. And he was like, I think it's more psychological than physical. And I just broke down and I was like, I need you to believe me, because I was thinking he was saying it's just all in your head. And to me, when something's just all in your head, like, there's nobody who can go in there and fix your brain. Like, it's like a panicky feeling. But yeah, I had this sort of fixation on it, and I was looking up ways on Google, like how to stop feeling it. And this one article said that if you thank your heart for doing its job, you'll just sort of like stop feeling it. And I did it, and all of a sudden I felt like my heart had stopped, because like for the first time in months, or like a year or whatever, I wasn't feeling my heart beating in my chest. And so I thought my heart had actually stopped, and so I had this massive panic attack, and I was like, I'm dying, this is it. And that was my first big panic attack. Yeah. that all kind of stems from that one family member, I think, like, setting me off by telling me I'd hurt my hand in the garden, like I was gonna die of, like, pain all over my body and shit. Yeah, just stupid people, really. This is why I think when I see, like, parents who do stupid shit with their kids, I'm a bit like, you should kind of have, like, there should be, like, a process where you can find out if someone's a fit parent or not, because they're just going to raise a kid that's fucked up for the rest of their life if they're not. Okay, I've done Purple Diamantes. I don't think this was the best card to bedazzle because there's not a lot you can really do with it. I'm going to use these multicoloured ones. They're just the little tiny ones and they're all multicoloured. I'm just going to put a few around the corners of the pictures and stuff. Some pink ones in here. Pink would have been perfect for this, but I do not like to order on Amazon, even if it's next day delivery, because it's like, I want it now. Like, I want to go in the high street and find ones that I can touch and like see with my own eyes, and I don't want to have to wait. Like, when I want them, I want to have them as soon as possible. Like, I don't have to wait till the next day. And I mean, I planned to bedazzle these last night, so really, the diamantes could have been delivered today, but that's not how my brain works, you see. And the high street is dying, bro. Like, even when it comes to clothes shopping, I like to go out and try things on, see how it fits and stuff like that. I do not like ordering things and then waiting till the next day or like a couple of days later for an outfit, just for it to like not fit or whatever. And I hate ordering more than one size of an outfit, because then you have to send something back, and something in my brain says I have to stay on track of when I get the refund, because I might not even get it. So yeah, all in all, long story short, I'd rather just buy from the high street. Yeah, this is like one of them tasks that just needs to be done and then sort of out of my head so I can move on to other things, like buying presents and stuff. Okay, I've done little pink ones in the corners. Okay. I think one more pink one in the corner of... No, I need like 3 more pink ones, never mind. Comment if you go onto the Eras tour this weekend, because I've never been a Swiftie and I probably will never be a Swiftie, but everybody and their dog seems to be going there this weekend. It's not that I don't like Taylor Swift, I just can't think of a time when any of her songs have sort of been in any of my playlists or anything. This is like so painstaking, and for somebody with fat fingers and who can't deal with fiddly things, it's just like really relaxing for me. Okay, so it doesn't look good right now, but I've just done a few purple ones here, around that, in here, and then in the corners of the pictures I've done like the tiny little pink ones, as you can see there, so I'll leave that to dry. It doesn't look that cute at the minute, but like when it dries and the glue goes clear, it just gives it a little bit of something extra, you know, like another dimension to it. So let's leave that to dry. So this one's for my stepdad. That's me and him. That's when I was 19 stone in Greece. Got to keep it kind of manly, so I'm just going to do very minimal ones. I'm not quite sure what colour. I think just blue maybe. Just around the number down here. Okay, I need to clean up these ones. I brought you a little closer so you could see the process a little bit better. I'm gonna do blue on this one, just to go with the theme. I would have liked gold ones because we've got like a gold edging around it, but I haven't got them because my ADHD or whatever's wrong with me doesn't allow me to go and order things on Amazon like I was saying. So never mind. But here we go. I'm thinking just around this circle. Yeah, this is very painstaking, but it really relaxes me. So I hope it relaxes you too. I have realised that the thing with me is I appreciate people more than material things. Like, I don't give a fuck about material things. I care more about people and relationships. I value them so much more than money or objects. And I kind of feel like I'm living in a world where, in a generation where people value and love objects and sort of use people for what they can get out of them. And without going like too much into it, I've realised this over the past like few months. Nothing really specific has happened, but I just feel like I genuinely couldn't give a shit about material things. Like, I'm a minimalist as long as I've got something to wear, a few trinkets that hold memories and stuff. But even then, the trinkets that hold memories are just sort of an extension of a person that I once loved, or someone that I miss, or whatever, or who's no longer with us. Where a lot of people are more concerned nowadays with like having the newest iPhone or having the newest shoes or whatever the fuck. And I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm an old soul where I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm not about this materialistic sort of era. Okay, this is looking fine, I suppose. It would have been a lot better with gold, but we work with what we've got. I had to cut a bit out, but this is what I've done so far. So I've done around the circle, and then I've done like in the corners blue. I think I'll do a couple up here, and then call it a day for this one. I wanted to mention as well that I want to start going live on TikTok to do ASMR sessions, and I don't know what I'm going to do yet in terms of like, is it just going to be triggers, is it going to be like role plays, or is it just going to be like whispered story times, or like eating, I don't know, but if you guys want to watch, then go follow my new TikTok. It's Conlenix, CONLENEX, LNOX, and the name is Connor Lennox ASMR. I'll link it down below. But yeah, I feel like I want to do lives, and I used to like doing lives on YouTube. But yeah, I feel like people aren't really about YouTube anymore. Okay, I think that I'm finished with this one. Actually, I might do a couple more in here. Keep it nice and symmetrical and sort of like they spaced out evenly. Okay, I think for now I'm done with that. If I had some like limey coloured ones, I would do all these letters with them as well, but I don't. And I think this green's more of like an emerald green. It's gonna be too strong of a colour. It's gonna clash. So yeah, that's another one done did. Can't really see on there, but yeah, once it dries it'll look cool. Right, what is it with the stickers on the front of cards? This is a bit of a cheapskate one, but I saw it and I thought that just reminds me of my granddad. Happy Father's Day. And the sticker is absolutely ripped all on the front. What is the point? I got this from my granddad, but I didn't realise it says. I got this from my granddad, but I didn't realise it says Dad on there, not Granddad. But I don't suppose he'll give a shit. So I'm gonna do blue on here as well, just like around the edges, here, there, and everywhere. Just a few. I would have got a Moonpig one with pictures, but I don't suppose he'll give a shit. He doesn't really care about anything at the minute, apart from napping, which is fine. I mean, he's 86 or something, so I think he's earned a nap or two. Okay, I think I might have had to cut most of that out as well, because my neighbours just seem to always be noisy at the least convenient time. But I just did blue ones on there, so they kind of stick with the theme of the card, but give it a little bit of something extra. I might do a few red ones actually, because we've got a red background there. These are just little red ones, so I'll just do like a few. This is good for if you don't know what to get somebody for an occasion, because after years and years of buying presents for people, and I always like, I never just get them a few bits. It's like, if it's someone's birthday or a special occasion, I have to empty my bank account spending on them. That's just the way I am. After years of buying for people, I do do not know what to get them anymore. That's not just going to be like something that goes in the cupboard, you know, that they've already got or whatever. I mean, a few years in a row, I thought I had like the totally unique idea to get my mum certain things for occasions, and I think I got her the same couple of things like a few years in a row that she didn't even like. Well, not that she didn't like, she just didn't use. Like, I forget what I've got them, so if you don't know what to get and you're just going to get like some chocolates and whatever, it's good to bedazzle the card. It makes it look like it's so much effort. This is probably my most favourite card that I've done in this set, and it actually looks really good. The walls in these houses are so thin, like I don't know if you can hear that, but that is the next door but one neighbour shouting, and I can hear it in here, 2 doors away. Absolutely ridiculous. So you can imagine like the types of things you hear in these houses, especially at night. Yeah. A couple more, I think. For some reason, the universe did not want Blondie filming this video today. The neighbours have been the noisiest I've ever known them to be, and there's been technical issues, so apologies if it seems as though there were some parts that have been cut out. I didn't want you to get frustrated with the noise. But yeah, we've finished our 3 cards. We have Happy Father's Day with blue and red bedazzlings, and we have Happy Birthday Auntie with a few brief little bedazzlings on there as well. And then we have Happy Birthday 73. On closer inspection, and the longer I've looked at it, I think this card might be a little bit ugly just in itself. Not because of the bedazzlings, because I think they add a little something to it, but I think the colour scheme and just the fact that it's so dark is not sitting quite right with me, so I might end up ordering something a little different. But yeah, I do have 2 other cards that I'm not going to bedazzle. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you've made it this far, you'd like to see me